union has an untimely. Water, anything? Got good? You got all you need?
It's 12:05 on Tuesday, March the 26th. The House Criminal Justice Subcommittee is now in session. Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
Representatives Davis, Fritz, Gillespie, Hardaway, Howell, Halsey, Johnson, Lamberth, Moody, Russell, Towns, Chairman Doggett.
Present.
Chairman Doggett, you have a quorum.
Thank you, ma'am. Members, we have any personal orders before we begin? Seeing none, our Sergeant of Arms, Mr. Tyler Muniz, has traded spaces with us, but we'll go to him for our weekly words of wisdom.
Good morning, everyone. Today's words of wisdom come to you from a legendary chairman that represents the 2nd District, the Denim Cowboy, Bud Holsey. You can go eat bugs with Bill Gates if you want, but not me.
All right, we're going to jump right into our calendar. We will be skipping around some today, so item number 20, House Bill 2495 by Representative Hurt is off notice. Item 30, House Bill 2821 by Leader Camper is off notice. House Bill 2811 by Chairman Halsey is off notice. House Bill 2813 by Chairman Halsey is off notice. First one we'll take up today is House Bill 2386 by Representative Gant. You're recognized. There are 2 amendments. We're on number 19, item 19, House Bill 2386. You are recognized.
Mr. Chairman, did you say I'm recognized? I couldn't.
You are, yes, sir. You
are.
Thank
you,
Chairman. You're ready to go. There's 2 amendments here that you've got.
Yeah, they're traveling with the bill. Mr. Chairman, committee, what this bill does is this was brought by our DA's conference, and over 300 Tennessee citizens are killed every year by alcohol and drug impaired drivers. Because evidence of alcohol and drug metabolizes and dissipates from the bloodstream quickly, this bill makes multiple changes to existing law that will provide a more timelier, more effective collection of blood evidence to support the effective prosecution of DUI, vehicular assault, and vehicular homicide offenses. First, the bill expands a law enforcement officer's authority to execute a search warrant for evidence of a driver's blood or drug content anywhere in the state. Second, this bill will give all magistrates the same statewide authority as circuit and chancery judges to issue search warrants to recover evidence located anywhere in the state, provided at least one element of crime occurred within their jurisdiction. Third, this legislation will encourage hospitals and healthcare providers to draw a blood sample as soon as practicable when presented with a search warrant for the blood sample. Fourth, this legislation also provides that if a law enforcement officer obtains a search warrant for any residual portion of the hospital-drawn blood sample during treatment, then the sample shall be provided to law enforcement officer as soon as practicable. Finally, this bill clarifies and confirms that the subsequent testing of lawfully procured blood sample is a reasonable search for all constitutional and evidentiary purposes, and does not require a further search warrant or court order. And Mr. Chairman and committee, we have some members of our DA's conference here. If there's any technical questions that I may not be able to answer, we can call them up to testify.
All right, there were two amendments here. Did you want to adopt both amendments or just one or the other?
Yes, we can adopt both of them.
All right.
I've got 015892.
That's the one you want, right?
Correct.
All right. All right, we're recognized on the amendment. The amendment makes the bill, correct?
That is correct.
All right. All those in favor of Amendment Code 15892 on the House Bill 2386, say aye. Those opposed? Ayes prevail. We adopt. We're on the bill as amended. And with that objection, we'll go out of session to hear from the District Attorney General's conference. Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, if you don't mind, I just want to recognize my DA back there, Steve Mulroy. Steve, if you don't mind, wave your hand. We're so glad to see you for coming up from Shelby County. Mr. Chairman, the members, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, sir, you'll have, if you will introduce yourself for the record, you'll have 3 minutes for comments and then questions from the committee.
Good morning. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Mike Donovan, Deputy Executive Director, District Attorneys General Conference. We worked with Representative Gant on this bill to amend his original proposal to add some additional considerations regarding the drawing of blood pursuant to a lawful search warrant where there's probable cause to believe that DUI, vehicular assault, or vehicular homicide has occurred. And Representative Gant really did a good job explaining it, but primarily what we're trying to do is make sure that we are encouraging and capturing the timely drawing of blood before alcohol or drugs dissipate in the bloodstream. As you can imagine, over time, that evidence degrades. And we need to capture that evidence as soon as possible. And so long as there's a lawful search warrant or court order, we have put in several different sections to deal with, number one, that a law enforcement officer
Would that be the case?
no, sir. Typically, once we execute the warrant and take the blood sample, the law enforcement officer will deliver that to TBI for testing.
Got it. So it's still law enforcement